Hello, hello, everybody. Good morning. It's 3:47 a.m. here, um, Minnesota time. Yeah, I I've got to be honest. Um, um, there's a lot that I wanted to share this morning, but I'm running out of time. We have I wanted to share something in this book, but I literally don't have time to to talk more about it. But I want to share something. Instead of that, because yeah, we have mandatory meeting today, so I have to be there like 30 minutes earlier than usual. So I just want to share about I don't know this. So I asked like, okay, Lord, what do you want me to share? But really this one right here, yeah, Psalm 37. This is one of my favorite verses. Yeah, that I remind myself when like when I have some question about myself, about future, about my dreams, you know. So this one right here: delight yourself in the Lord, and He shall give you the desires of your heart. It is in Psalms 37, verse 4. So that's one of the popular verses. When I first found my faith, like delight yourself in the Lord. What is that? What does that tell you? Like, if you delight yourself in the Lord, He will give you the desires of your heart. Some people would say that God would grant the desire of your heart. When you pray, that God answers. Yes, God answer our prayers. Sometimes not in a way that we wanted to. Sometimes not in our timeline. It has to be His timeline, right? So delight yourself in the Lord, and He shall give you the desires of your heart. To me, um, it may sound different, but to me, like when you delight yourself in the Lord, say, that you spend time knowing God, that you spend time really like experiencing Him, or read His word, read the Bible and get to know Him. When your desire change, like like it changes. And to me, when you really, really intentionally want to know more, about God, personally, He will change the desires of your heart. Like He will place that desire, His desire in your heart. Yes, God answer prayer. Hello, good morning. Thank you for watching. It will be quick today because I have to, leave early. But yeah, so what does that tell you? Like like God, what does that mean? So delight yourself in the Lord, like spend time with Him, like spend time knowing Him. And the only way to really get to know God is to read the Bible, right? Read His Word. And as you read His Word, um, like something comes up, like like something jumps out of you. And it's different when people is telling you who God is, then you really get to know. It's just like somebody, like when you know get to know somebody or a friend. Some people would say, oh, this somebody, that person is this and this and that. But then when you get to know that somebody, you have different you know how do you call it, opinion. You know him, differently than others. But it's but the more you spend time with that somebody, you will know that others' opinion about that somebody is different than what you see, right? So to me, when you delight yourself in the Lord, serve Him or get to know Him, or you know and your desire changes. So He plays, to me, when you delight yourself in the Lord, He plays His desires for you. Like, Lord, what is it that what's your plan for me? you know what's your plan for me? What do you have? What's your purpose for me? And I remember watching or listening to, I know maybe some of you, about Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know if I pronounce his name last, right? But you've got to have a purpose. That's what he said. You've got to have a purpose. Sometimes we don't know, our purpose in life. So who does know the purpose of our lives? God. So like it's, like ask God, question like, what's your purpose? Because that's what I asked God before. Like, my life shouldn't just be working and working and working, right? Not just working and pay bills. We have great purpose. God has great purpose. Even he said, in his words, he said, for I have plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So God has great plans for ourselves. So if you don't know, so there's really a lot. There's this book, this book really. I'm only few pages into this book, but there's a lot, about asking question. Like if you want to find clarity about your purpose in life, ask yourself, a clear question, right? And it says here, answers comes from questions, and the quality of any answers is directly determined with the quality of your question. So what's, it's healthy thing to ask ourselves question. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the heart. Um, yeah, and so what do you really want for your life? Ask yourself questions. What do you want to do? What advice would you give? Yeah, what advice would you give to someone in your situation? So yeah, and then ask God, questions like, Lord, what's your purpose for me? What's your plan for me? And like I said earlier, that's really the main question I ask God. Like, okay, you brought me here into, all the way to United States, and for what? Just to work and work, and yes, help my family. That's my priority, to help my family, because I know how it feels, to live in the Philippines, and the difference between living in the Philippines and here, right? Here we have so much opportunity when it comes to work. But back home, we lack that opportunity. So I know how it feels to live both worlds. But what is it that you really want to do in your life? And then ask God that, because sometimes we have this plans, so we have this idea what we want to do, but is that really God's idea for you? Is that really God's purpose for you? So yeah, ask yourself and spend time, to really get to know God. Spend time something, with someone that really knows the purpose in your life. Oh, hello. Oh, uy, akong classmate sa college. Akong classmate na gwapa. Maririta. Kumusta? Kumusta, mate? Thank you for watching. Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, so really yeah, I only have a few minutes left, but yeah, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of his heart, like, your heart. So God cares what you care about. He cares about every detail of our lives, even, but even in that, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. And that's a promise, when sometimes people promise us, something, but really it's a false promises or something like that. But God never fail. So he would and then also, and then and the next verse to that, it says, commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. So there's that. So ask yourself question, what do you want to do, or what make your situation better? Ask your question in that, and then like a real deep evaluation, of your life. So if you want to find clarity, ask God questions, yourself questions too, commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Yeah, he shall bring it to pass, whatever that plan you have for yourself, whatever that desire you have for yourself, for your family. And ask somebody that knows everything, right? Yeah, ask somebody that knows everything, and that's God. So that's it for me today. There's really a lot about, like, to find clarity. Yeah, and then to find clarity comes from Christian. There's a lot I wanted to share, but I only have a few minutes because I have to be at work 4:30 today because we have mandatory meeting at work. But yes, so delight yourself in the Lord. Yeah, and He will give you the desires of your heart, because my desire changes. I have, yeah, you'll be surprised. How, like, how your desire changes when you you know delight yourself, or like you spend time with God that knows everything, right? Spend time with somebody that knows everything, right? That knows about your future, that has a great plan for your future. um, and He will direct your path. So the Bible has so much promises that we ever known. Yeah, there's a lot of promises that God, and then trust in the Lord with all your heart, and and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. He shall direct your path. So there's a lot that um, we don't know unless you read the Bible, really. So that's it for now. It's 8:358. I have to I have to run. I have to drive and be there before. Don't want to be late for the meeting. It's mandatory meeting. So that is it, for me today. And there's that next, then commit your way to the Lord, trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass. Your plans, your future, your vision, God will, bring it to pass. And that's His promise. So that's it for me today. I will see you again tomorrow. And I'm loving this. I'm loving doing the lives. And thank you, everybody. I hope this gives value to you. And yeah, so just reminding that there's someone that loves you so much and accept you for who you are and have great plans for you, and that's God. All right, thank you, everybody. That's it for me today. I have to leave. Bye bye for now.